Hey everyone, how's it going this afternoon? My name's Spencer and this is Cory, and welcome to Best Ball Draft Addicts. Tonight or today, we are here to jump in and do a new tournament that dropped on Underdog yesterday, the Mini Golden. Cory, I told you about this earlier. You didn't notice yesterday, but this Mini Golden is different than the Golden of last year. So before, whenever they would do the Golden or even the Mini Golden last year, it was a single entry tournament. This is a 5 entry max tournament, $2 a pop, so it's pretty small. But it's $20,000. Winner takes all. A winner takes all tournament. So this is going to be super fun, where we're going to be able to just sit here and draft the best possible teams that we can and shoot for the moon and hope that we hit it.
Yeah, that's all you can do, right?
It's going to be fun. And each draft room, you're going to get 4 tickets. So you have to finish in the top 4 in your league in order to advance. So we got a good chance. And anyone
so you're telling me there's a chance.
So I'm telling you there's a chance. And anyone here who wants to draft with us, get ready. We are going to jump in a room here in just a minute. Before we do, Cory, did you see the baseball news just before we went on? The injury news?
No, I guess not.
No. So Carlos Correa out for the season.
Yeah. Oh, I did see that. Yeah. I got the Emilio Pagan was carted off yesterday. I was like, sick. That's awesome.
Pagan's gone. Hey, what's going on, Micon? How you doing, bud?
What up? And the Scooble news the other day, I still haven't
recovered.
I'm recovering from that. That was devastating to me.
Oh yeah, dude. My solo shot is rough right now.
Yeah.
Because I have Scooble and Crochet and Hunter Brown, all 3 of them down and out. Although Hunter Brown might be back soon. So
I did see, I saw that there's at least some positive news in a day where there's literally no positive news at all.
Right. Oh man. Well, I say we don't wait too much longer, Cory. What do you say? You want to go ahead and jump in?
Yeah, we're doing the Mini Golden, right?
Mini Golden.
Yeah. I'm good to go.
Okay. Well, why don't you do a countdown for us?
All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1, enter.
Come on, baby. Come on. Draft start soon. You in? We in the same?
I can't. Yes.
Ooh. All right. We are.
I got a notification. I got a notification saying something about confirm this, confirm that, whatever. And I had to click those, but I guess it threw me in there. But look at me. That's my first 1-1.
Look at you. And we've got Saints to Death in this with us. That is awesome.
Nice.
I don't know if you're in here watching with us, Saints to Death, but super glad that you're here. He's one of my fellow drafters in baseball. Big football guy too, of course. Let me get the board pulled up here.
Yeah, we are going to do another one right after this. So Micon missed it by 1. Yeah.
Sorry about that, Mike. That's why I was like, oh man, Micon, let us know. Is your handle Micon as well on Underdog? That way we can keep our eye out for you. All right, let me see if I got and Cory, I officially figured out what to do for the dark mode.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you about that.
Yep, I got it. So what I had to do was that I actually went in and like in my browser, in my internet browser, and changed the settings there. So that way it's just everything's on dark mode. Once I did, because I updated, I restarted, I was trying everything I could. I couldn't figure it out at all. And finally I'm like, you know what? This is how we're going to handle this.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, it's not blinding today. So.
Oh, I know. It's much better. Much better. So, and you see, I got our Underdog promo code up there at the top. So
very nice.
If anyone is any new user that happens to see this, you can use our promo code on Underdog when you create an account. And if you deposit at least $5, it's going to give you what, Cory?
$50 in free entries.
And that's free money, baby.
Free money.
So look at Saints to death, moving up Ashton Janty to 5
Okay. Hey.
or 6, but still
Yeah. Shoot your shot.
above Taylor and McCaffrey. So he's a believer. Um,
Yeah.
oh man, I see this guy at pick 10. His name's Taserface.
Taserface.
Oh, that's hilarious. Great Guardians of the Galaxy reference.
That's a good one.
It is. Yep. Micon 1, 2, 3. All right. Good deal. So we will keep our eye out for you. And yeah, we're going to try this. As soon as this fills, we're going to do another one. So we'll try this again, bud. All right. So Taylor won me my redraft last year, but it's going to be hard for me to click him here. Bro, me and Cory are right there in the exact same boat with you. I have taken Taylor twice here recently, but he has fell to 8 or 9 each time that I've done it. And it's been basically, I just can't do it over McCaffrey, plain and simple. And then it's hard to do it over Amon-Ra, Lamb, and Jefferson too, truthfully, for me. It's just hard to believe in it. But, I mean,
for me.
I've always thought Taylor is a stud. It's just, again, we saw last year how his value just cratered as soon as Daniel Jones got hurt. Okay, so we're coming back around to it. So Cory we're able to start off with Bijan, and I started off with Jamar Chase. I know you know what I want to do here, so I'm gonna pick away. Come on, baby. All right. Yep. All right. It worked for me. Brock Bowers, come on down. Yep. Beautiful. Yep. I had McBride on that squad also, so gave me him where he is currently. Yeah. McBride and Bowers. I am all about McBride at Bowers here at the end of the second round. Both of them. I'm just a Bowers guy over McBride, but that's more because I don't really have a great reason other than I just like Bowers a ton. All right, Cory. So you went double running back with Jeremiah Love and AJ Brown. Yep.
I think I think AJ Brown, assuming the Patriots thing happens, I would prefer him over Pickens personally.
Yeah, me too. So I'm going to take AJ Brown over Pickens, and I don't even think we have to assume. I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, right? It really is. I mean, the trade is happening. It just doesn't necessarily have to be the Patriots. I guess that's what I meant by that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we don't know for sure it's going to be the Patriots.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've seen that his ADP, without looking at it at the, like we have before, I bet his ADP every time I feel like every time I do a draft, it's inching that much closer to full blown second round. And, once the trade actually happens, then that's when we start having the conversation of him in that London, Neighbors, Rice region. Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, once the trade happens, like where I kind of value him personally, I know that this is kind of blasphemous for you, Cory, but I think I value him above Rice. I think I have him like right after Jefferson.
Okay. So, but do you have Rice over London and Neighbors?
Maybe not Neighbors, but Rice and Neighbors. So London would be the last of those for me personally. Okay. That's because of the quarterback situation there, right? Because of Tua or Penix or whatever. And I would bet on Neighbors maybe before Rice. That one's close, right? I mean,
yeah.
I don't have a strong feeling there. I guess if you want to say, if you're afraid of the injury, then bet on Rice, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed Rice flying up. Rice has been flying up round 2 recently.
Well, yeah, he has. And I mean, I'll click him here and there for sure. Just the Chiefs fan in me makes me a little nervous that high of capital. I think there's some more guys that are more dependable off the field.
Well, you're not wrong.
This time he's not coming back from injury or a suspension looming or anything. So that's good. And that's all we can assume, that it's not going to happen. It's just, he just hasn't been on the field as much as I'd like. So, but I'll still definitely click him. But I do really like Neighbors. The injury kind of scares me a little. Really, I think London is the safest option. Maybe he just doesn't have as much upside as those two.
Mm-hmm.
But I think an argument can be made to take AJ Brown over all of them.
That's so you're in the same boat as me then. Like AJ Brown should with most likely, if he's with the Patriots, should be after Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm up. So Mike Evans made it to me, and as much as I really want to click his name, if I don't go running back here and Trayvon already went, I know how it's going to get, and I won't like running back. I just got to force myself to do it now. So get David Montgomery, which is a pick that I like. Now coming to you, you have 2 stud running backs. So you can count. The world's your oyster, my friend. What do you think you're going to do here?
I think I might actually pull the Mike Evans trigger here.
Yep.
I think I'm going to pass on Loveland.
I was wondering if you were going to do the Loveland reach, or not reach, but.
And with this being, kind of few entries, I kind of like this upside here.
Yeah, take the DJ Moore swing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, J-Mo is always been one of my boys, one of my favorite picks, and if you're looking for upside, J-Mo maybe has. I mean, he's up there with some of the best, but yeah, I like the DJ Moore one this time.
Oh man, this is tough because I really kind of want to take Terry McLaurin and see if I could get Jaden Daniels, but it's such a long come around. I'm just going to go ahead and go Swift. And like I said, I'm going to spend up on running backs early with these 3. And then now it allows me, in my mind, to sit back and not have to fret about running back in the coming rounds.
Mm-hmm.
But man, that was tough. That was tough. I would have really liked to try to do the Terry McLaurin and Jaden Daniels thing.
Yeah, and no draft is the same. I mean, you never know if there could be a quarterback run or not. But I mean, at least in that case, in that scenario, you would have been obviously fine with McLaurin. I mean, it's not like McLaurin has no value without Jaden. So yeah.
Exactly. And if you look at this draft board, Corey, look at the guys here on the end with the 11, 12. Notice their starts, 4 straight wide receivers and 4 straight running backs. That's very interesting. So they finally just dipped back into the other positions now.
So they feel like they're just drafting in tandem right now.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
And there went your boy BTJ. So by waiting until the 5-6 swing, Christian Watson and Brian Thomas Jr. as your top wide receivers, the other guy with Bashal Tutin and Chuba Hubbard as your top running backs. See, I just don't feel comfortable with either of Tutin or Watson as a 1. You know what I mean? This is why I don't really like starting any draft with 4 straight, even though I get the positional advantage that it gives you.
Yeah, it's just, and then it's all about how you finish. Like you if you're gonna start with a build like that, you gotta either really go quantity or like go bulk later, or just really you have to hit on at least a few.
And look, the guy who took Terry McLaurin, Jaden went to pick before him.
Oh man, that was Saints to death. Yeah, Saints I just missed out on him. Didn't
I? Saints to death just missed. He got Carnell Tate, so I bet that'll open up a cam thing for him later. Okay, so I'm going to try something here. I don't know if it'll end up working or not, but we're going to give it a try. I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts and see if Lemon happens to make it back around. If you feel like wanting to take him, that's fine. But that's probably what I'll look at doing if he makes it back around here.
Yeah, no kind of like stacked pieces here for me. I'll take Ramondre right here.
There you go.
Add him to the squad. And no stack pieces on the quarterback, so I think I'm going to let that play out for a little longer. Let's go. We'll roll the dice. We'll go Marv.
Go with your boy Marv.
Yeah, we'll go Marv.
All right.
See what happens.
Okay, lemon.
There you go. Yep.
Beautiful.
When life hands you lemon.
That's right. You take it. So I haven't been drafting Lemon very much, but
I had an Eagles build the other night. I don't think it was, remember when I was on the phone with you and Duggar, I think, and I ended up with an Eagles build, and it was one of my first times I was able actually to click Lemon. So
did you have Devonta Smith with that build?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up real fast so I can let's see. Puppers.
Saints to death going with 5 straight wide receivers after his Jainty and Henry start.
It was Hurts, Devonta Smith, Makai Lemon, and I got sniped on Goddard, but I did take Stowers.
No, that's right. I remember talking about that at the end of that one. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're coming back around here to wrap with the 11 and 12 at the 7-8 rounds, and let's see. There's first quarterback off the board. I noticed Tucker Kraft just went. That was one I didn't think that he was going to make it back around, but I had considered doing like the double strong tight ends and being done if he would have fell, but didn't happen. Not surprised by that. Lawrence and Dart back to back at the guy at the 12. So you don't have a tight end yet. If you look here on the board, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams that don't have a tight end yet. But I know you are completely good with the push tight end strategy.
The other day, I was going to tell you too. I pushed, and that it was that Goddard one that I got sniped on, and I full tilted, and I ended up with Omar Cooper, who was completely outside of what my build was, not just from a team standpoint, but just what I was wanting to do, and so my tight ends ended up being pretty brutal. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
All right, so I'm gonna go Mahomes or Purdy. Neither of them are stack pieces.
Purdy's a stack for me, but that shouldn't influence your decision.
All right. Well, I'm not going to
let it influence.
I'm going to go Mahomes. So
Mahomes is the better player. So
I'm going to go. Yeah, let's just go Mahomes.
I would have taken whoever you didn't. So that's
Hurts Mahomes. I can stop there, and I feel completely good with that. I've done that combo already, and yeah, that's a good solid.
And there we go.
Oh, damn it!
I knew he was going to do it. I knew it. I knew that was coming. Let's see. How crazy do we want to get here? All right. Well, I'll take Jacoby. I'm a big Jacoby guy.
Yep. You got a really strong wide receiver room.
Yeah, and I tight end. Oh, you know what? I will go Pitts here, and maybe it's starting to look like maybe an Atlanta build.
Yeah. No, okay. I see it. So, and I like it.
And then for a QB3 now, and obviously I pushed it enough to where it's going to be a 3 QB build. So, and who's been a pretty common QB3 for us? Tua is the answer to that.
Tua. So I went ahead and grabbed Quentin Johnston. It was that or between Dobbins or Corum. I honestly just don't love making the Dobbins-Corum choice.
Dobbins, I probably am taking a little too much, but and I know obviously he's going to get hurt. So, but maybe he'll get it out of the way early, and I'll have him for the playoff weeks. But
right,
that's wishful thinking.
Yeah, that would be nice though.
Yeah, it would.
Dobbins, I don't think Dobbins has ever gotten hurt and then come back in that season when he gets hurt.
Yeah, I mean it's rare. Yeah, the last one last year wasn't even supposed to be that bad and went into the playoffs. And I think if they would have made the Super Bowl, he would have played, but that was it.
So if I can grab Kelsey here later on, you agree that Kelsey is fine to just stop right there, right? Bowers, Kelsey. So I can do two quarterback, 100%. 2 tight end build and just fill in from there and bulk out the other positions. All right.
100%.
Okay, so this is going to be interesting to see what comes back around here, because what I'm really hoping falls is at least one running back that I actually like coming up here. So we'll see. There's several guys that I'm fans of here, but once they're gone, then that's pretty much it.
Right.
All right. Well, there went one of them. There went Kenny Gainwell.
Yeah.
To Taserface.
Classic Taserface.
Classic Taserface move right there.
Dang, that jerk. What a jerk. So I'm actually right now, this will be a reminder to people. So right now, if you see me looking down, I'm actually naming some of the puppies I did the other day. I forgot to name them. And this was Spencer had a segment before about why he names teams and that kind of thing. So just a reminder, if you're not naming teams out there, it's a really nice way to remember what you did, what you could put the date, what you were doing, what the build is, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I always like to be able to go back and look and see specifically the date, the build, and if I did it with someone else. So, okay, I'm gonna pick away. This is tough because I told you that I want to get a running back here. I'm gonna have to take Kelsey with the swing around in order to get him. And I would love to just grab Xavier Worthy here, but I've got to get a running back, and it's Mason or Aaron Jones or Rashad White. I'm gonna go Aaron Jones time. That could be wrong. It could Mason or Rashad could be the better choice. But I'm going with the veteran.
Yep.
I got a veteran running back room, so it's all running back olds, 27 or older. That's my running back.
Right.
What could go wrong?
I am going to take Mason. Let's see. We got 4, so we're good there.
4. Yep.
Still
don't have QB1 yet.
Oh yeah, right. Kind of forgot about that.
Got
Darnold.
Yep, got Sammy D in there.
Yeah, because really it was more so. It's like Malik Willis, I have taken him a fair amount as my QB2, but Darnold is a much safer QB.
And we've talked about the later stacking pieces you can do with Darnold. All right. Yep. Travis Kelce, come on down. Okay. So now I'm at 2, 4, 3, 2. I'm done at quarterback and tight end. I'll probably draft 2 more running backs or 1 more, depending, and the rest in wide receivers. You have a 1, 4, 5, 1. So you are probably looking at doing a 3 quarterback. Most likely with your build, you're going to do a 3, 5, 7, 3.
Yeah, 3, 5. I'm in prime 3, 5, 7, 3 territory right now. Mm-hmm. Even the only small wrinkle that I could maybe do is I don't do this often. I don't preach this, but a 4, 5, 6, 3.
I guess it's theoretically possible. I don't know that you need to do that though.
I mean, we'll see how the quarterback board falls for me moving forward, but
right. Yeah, because I mean, if you're doing that, you're most likely looking at going to have to grab two of Geno Rogers, 2 of Deshaun, something like that. Have you clicked the Deshaun button yet?
No, I have not.
No. I have reluctantly. I think I've clicked his name twice so far.
I'm not. That's one I'm fine being wrong on.
Well, I'm kind of 50-50 on him or Shadur, and there's so many Browns pieces.
I think we might have missed a shout out in the chat.
Oh, let me go take a look at the chat.
Yeah, I just noticed it. It was a few minutes ago.
All right. Hey, what's up, Bayou Bingo? How you doing, bud? We're doing well. Glad to see you in here with us. He's got a channel that's a streaming channel that's really good. Let's see here. I will click in that.
Welcome.
I will click in San Fran, but that's about it.
Superflex.
Yeah. Makes sense. What I say, San Fran? Yeah.
Yes.
I will click in San Fran.
I will have good dinner.
Have good dinner. All right. Okay. So, man, I do not need another tight end. Otherwise, this would be the perfect Goddard spot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love it, but I'm going to go Woody Marks. At least there's opportunity there, and I've got David Montgomery, and it's not a true handcuff because Woody Marks can theoretically work alongside Montgomery, although I don't know how much he'll do. But that's, in a build like this, that's something to try.
Right. So what's old boy doing here? Danny Dimes.
Oh, this earlier, Micon said in his draft, Jaden had went at pick 44 as a second QB. Man, having Jaden as a second QB, that is a strong, whoever you have before him, that's a strong QB room right there.
All right. So actually, it's funny. I looked at Malik Willis on the last one. I said I just not there on a QB1, but a QB2, sure. And look what happened. He made it all the way back. Yeah, no, people are starting to. I don't know. I feel like there was the buzz initially, and that people are, especially, I guess, after Miami didn't really address the position too much in the draft. So people maybe are coming down on Malik Willis a little bit.
Yeah, I'd imagine this summer we're going to see a really big curve on him, of rolling graph up and down,
Yeah.
because as soon as some good report comes out, then you're going to see him go up, and then if something negative, he'll go down. I can definitely, he gets buzz from the right supporters,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know,
That's all it takes.
any
Camp
number of
trash.
things. Camp trash.
It's just camp trash. That's all it is. Camp trash.
When does camp start? Is it June or?
Yeah. So the schedule should be coming out soon.
Yeah, we're gonna have to schedule within a week or so, between 7 to 10 days, I think.
Let's see here. Yeah. So OTAs are starting up in the next couple weeks. Yeah. So starting like late May, OTAs are starting up. So optional team activities. If people doesn't know that, and Mahomes is going to be there, baby. I told you. I told everybody, not you. I told that's not a told you because you believed, but everybody else that would listen, which was not many, told you. When I said week 1, I meant preseason.
Week 1 of the preseason.
He probably will, and that'll make me so nervous.
Honestly, let's hope he just doesn't play the preseason.
Yeah, he will, but it'll be like a series or like it won't be much because Andy actually is very adamant on playing starters. But yeah, and I don't blame him want to get out there and get the rust off a little bit, but don't go crazy.
Please, Andy.
Yeah.
I was listening to someone the other day, and they were talking about your boy Ken Walker being on the Chiefs now, and something that I guess for whatever reason, I just put it out of my brain because he's been with the Chiefs for so long, but that back before his Chiefs days, Andy Reid was known as the running back whisperer, right? Like always getting everything he can out of running backs, and I don't know. Maybe this is the best running back that he's had with the Chiefs. I mean, is that fair to say? Since he's been the coach there?
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, well, yes, it is. But I mean, 2017, 2018, Kareem Hunt was great. He just lost his mind. But yeah, I mean, it should be in theory the best one that he's had since Jamal Charles.
Hold on. Are you going to want Brian Robinson?
It doesn't. No, but that doesn't matter.
All right,
take you want, brother.
I'm going to grab. I was going to leave him for you if you wanted because Stribling is there, but I know you won't take Stribling, so I'm going to try to push Stribling around since there's only the one other guy.
I want to push you around. Well, I will.
Got your Barner. Okay, yep. So you got 3 tight ends, Pitts, Goddard, and Barner. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And I'm going to go with Nicholas, not Nick, Singleton.
Stribling didn't make it that one extra pick. That's okay.
I might have got, if I would have been able to get Purdy earlier and do a little bit more of a San Fran build, I would have been more apt to go Stribling. But yeah, that one was I'll round out my running back room. I think I'm comfortable with where it's at right now.
And let's be honest. I mean, Deebo Samuel going after him is probably the right move anyway.
Yeah. That's a guy that I've clicked Deebo and like Juwan Jennings and those guys a lot because you're getting the discount right now, potentially. Now, Jennings, the only meeting that I'm aware of that he's had so far is the Vikings, which would be a terrible landing spot for him because there's already multiple target hogs there, and I don't believe that Kyler can support that many weapons. So would love if he doesn't go there.
Oh, Corey, Micon was all about drafting Mahomes in the pre-draft season. Look at that, 34%. Heck yeah, bro.
Some guys are just built different, and he's one of them. And that's not even me as a fan. It's just he like I'm telling you, he had the surgery the next day. I was like, this dude is just nuts. He's really one of those like nut job competitors, like a Brady kind of was.
You just saying that too, that really hits home how incredible that who how I didn't even think you're supposed to have surgery right after an injury,
You're
like the
not
next
well,
day, because you're
yeah,
like
because
swelling
swelling.
and
Yeah, I mean, granted, there's a massive difference between me and Patrick Mahomes, but I tore my ACL, and I had to wait 2 weeks for the swelling to go down. And usually, I think it was neighbors. It was like a month until he had his, and yeah, Mahomes literally did it the next day, and it wasn't just the ACL. I think he had an LCL as well.
So I just looked, by the way, Corey. So Zach Charbonnet, he tore his ACL on January 17th.
Mhm.
And then he had his surgery on February 20th. So over a full month later.
Yeah, it's not
And
ideal.
why don't we tell the story of how you tore your ACL too? Because
Oh my
it's a
god.
pretty funny story. Corey was working for the Cardinals, and go ahead, I'll let you tell it. It was yours. It's you that happened to.
Where are we at? Okay. Yeah. So I used to work for the St. Louis Cardinals, and whenever the team didn't make the playoffs, they would do a special day. They called it a field day, where they would basically turn the actual ball field a into like almost like carnival-ish, but they had all kinds of games. You could putt onto the batter's eye. They had inflatables, all that jazz. And whenever it oh, hold on. I'm gonna let us make our picks, and then I'll finish that story. That's called a tease in the
Okay.
industry. Should
So
I go
so
ahead? You go ahead.
I'm going to grab Florina real quick. So let you go ahead and talk this
Yeah.
out.
I was to say, so Chris Bell, Malik Washington. If I want to go that Miami
Are you going to
thing,
go? Are you going to go Tua?
I'm gonna get Tua. I'm gonna go
Then
ahead and grab
get
Tua.
Zachariah Branch. That's
Oh
my
yeah.
that's my vote. Because I'm into Branch, not as much as Stribling, but close. Like I think both of them are being really
It
slept
would
on
be
down
it would
here.
be too much to I'd probably oh wait, this is round 17, right? Okay. And we'll do Branch and we'll do Tua. Good suggestion. I'll do that. I'm not the biggest Branch guy, but he does seem like he might be a spike week kind of guy. And
Oh,
in a
he
tournament like
absolutely
this,
can
that'll
be.
play.
Yeah, I mean Tyreek Hill said he's the new Tyreek Hill, Corey.
Okay.
Okay,
I hope
okay.
so.
I'm there's nothing stack wise that I'm seeing here. Because I'm not gonna go Wicks. I could go Wicks. I guess Wicks isn't terrible
Wiki
now that I
wiki,
think about it.
make it happen.
Yeah, let's go Wicks. Yeah, why not? Okay, finish your
Okay.
story.
Yep. So Cardinals field day. They turn the dugouts into a bar, all that kind of stuff. So much fun, ton of fun. And if you're not familiar with the game Knocker Ball, it's that game where you put the big inflatable bubble over you and you kick a soccer ball around, and it's an actual game. But we were just idiots and we're just hitting each other in these bubbles. And me and one of my colleagues decided we were going to, have a test of strength. He is a lot bigger than me, and I tried to brace because I knew I wasn't going to knock him down, but I didn't want him to knock me down. So whenever we were charged at each other, I planted my left leg and just kind of tried to hold strong, and he just plowed through me, and my foot did not move with it. And so as I'm falling to the ground, I always wonder. I always just say athletes, they say I heard a pop, and I always wonder you really can audibly hear it. You can. It was. And I heard it, I stood up and I was like, uh-oh, that's not good, because I felt a shift. And then yeah, the rest is history. And so so I had the rest of the day to kind of ice it and whatever, and then the next morning I woke up and it would look like a balloon had blown up in there, and was able to get into the team orthopedist, and he kind of shook it around. He's like, I told him what happened. He was like, all right, well, we're going to go in for imaging. You tore your ACL. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, that sucks. So anyway, knocker ball, be careful. That's the moral of the story.
That's the moral of the story. Okay, so kind of for our last two picks here. Let's show the board. Okay, so Corey, Elijah Surratt, Christian Kirk, Torrey Horton, Elijah Surratt. Let's go with the rookie. Torrey Horton was close.
Yep. I'll probably go Horton because I've got.
Oh yeah, no, that's perfect for you. Actually, I'm glad that I did that and left that for you. There you
Yep.
go, Torrey Horton. That's the perfect last pick for you.
Gonna Horton it up. Look at that guy at 12.
Yeah, man. Let's.
Is he the one that he's the one that started 4 running
He
backs,
he
right?
is, and he
Yeah.
went a 2-4-10-2. Very
Wow.
interesting. Well, hey, he committed to a strategy. I
Yeah, and I
appreciate
mean in
that.
a small in a tournament with this many entries, a winner take all, can't hold
Yeah,
anything back.
absolutely. Go for it. Okay. Well, let's real quick look at our teams, and then Mike, on if you're still in here with us, we're gonna jump in another one. Anyone else that wants to jump in another one, we'll do that here in just a second. All right. So let's go ahead and pull up our squads real quick here. I feel pretty good with these teams. How about you?
Yeah, actually, I'm okay with this. Like, I think it's, yeah, the quarterback room. That was what I pushed the longest, so that's the weakest. But otherwise, I really like my skill position players a lot.
I want to take a quick gander at before we look at our teams at what Saints to Death did. So he went with a 3-5-6-4. Interesting. He didn't take the seventh wide receiver. He went with the fourth tight end, but he really pushed tight end. I see that.
Oh, yep.
Schultz, Gunner, Njoku, and Gasecki. His wide receivers, yeah, they're good. I wouldn't say great on the back half, but the top four I really like, and of course spending up and to get those guys. I mean, Metcalf is just I've taken him. He just makes me so nervous.
Metcalf, yeah.
Yeah. And then JT, Henry, Dobbins, C. Rod, and Pacheco. Yeah, it's an interesting team that he put together here. Herbert, Stroud, Rogers. I wonder what he would think about that one. I bet it's probably not one of his favorites. Just tried something where he pushed tight end to see how that worked.
Yeah, gotta tinker around with it a little bit.
Okay, so I went with the 2-6-8-2. So in my opinion, when you're doing a tournament like this, I'm really looking at doing kind of two different builds. 2-6-8-2 or 3-5-7-3. Those are depending on how it falls. That's kind of what I'm looking to try to put together, and I was able to do that. The two strong quarterbacks, Hurts and Mahomes, and then the two strong tight ends, Bowers and Kelsey. I pushed wide receiver. I have 6 running backs, and I'm a really big fan of my running back room. Jacobs, Montgomery, Swift, Aaron Jones, Woody Marks, and Brian Robinson. My wide receivers, they definitely leave something to be desired, but I've got 8 of them, so hopefully the bulk strategy can work. And I've got Jamar Chase anchored at the top, Mekhi Lemon as a pair piece with Hurts, and then taking
Jennings
some
and
swings.
Debo if they end up in solid landing spots.
Yep, just take some swings on some guys here and see what happens. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this build turned out. All right, Core. Here's your team.
3-5-7-3. Yeah, quarterback room. You push it that long, that's the room you're going to end up with. So we shall see. But really, my running back room, happy with Bijan, kind of similar to your Chase. Got probably the best anchor to have there. But Jeremiah Love, hopefully that works out. Ramondre, I'm actually not huge on Ramondre, but Mike Vrabel seems to really like him. And Jordan Mason, we've been a fan of for a while, and Singleton. There's a path there for him to really contribute. Maybe not early. It's probably one I'm going to have to wait on a little bit, but that could be a playoff week kind of guy. Receiver room, love it. Absolutely love it.
Really strong. Very strong.
Like once AJ Brown gets traded to New England, and then that's 3 number ones in their offense, and Marvin Harrison, who's probably the 5 in his offense. So that was a good pick. And I've been singing Jacoby Myers praises all draft season, and then a couple of late stack pieces. Pitts, Goddard, Barner for not going too crazy on. I mean, I did spend a top 100 pick on Pitts because of the Falcons build, but otherwise, yeah, that tight end room will play.
It absolutely will play. And I think this is a very, very strong team where, yeah, it's going to come down to 2 things for this team, in my opinion. And that is, can the back end after your top 2, can the back end of running backs get you by? and can your quarterbacks get you by? I think they can. I really do. I'm a big fan of this. And Malik Willis, something I think it's an interesting point to note is that you drafted him completely unstacked. And I think that if you're going to draft a quarterback unstacked, Malik Willis is a perfect example on someone to do that with.
Yes, sir. Agreed.
All right. Well, so anyone else, guys, get ready. We're going to go ahead and jump in another one, another mini golden. So I've got it pulled up. Corey, if you've got it pulled up, Micon, get yours ready. And then Corey, give us the countdown.
Yeah, I'll just give it a few. Yeah, I'm assuming if anybody else will give you, I'm just going to filibuster for a second, give you a chance to pull it up. Okay, ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, enter.
Come on. 2 more. All right. We didn't do the just fill instantly.
Yeah.
1 more. Draft starts soon. All right, let me get this pulled up here. Let's see what picks we got this time.
You got 9, I'm 6.
All right.
I think the guy at 101, I think we were just in a draft with him. I think he was in the last draft. So he just turned around and did it again.
Oh, beautiful. And I see B. Durand in here. He's been in drafts with us before. B. Durand, I don't know if you're in the chat, but glad to see you in here. Yep, Mike on. He's in. All right, sweet. He got pick 7 right after you.
There it is.
I got pick number 9. And yeah, sweet. All right. B. Durand, if you happen to be in here in the chat, say what's up, buddy. I'll look at your team at the end of this. Mike on, we'll go through and we'll review your team at the end too. Okay. Pick number 9. So you have 6. Okay. So with pick 6, you're in the Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, or wide receiver decision territory. So we pretty much know you're not going to go Taylor, right? So
and I my first thought was like, well, I haven't drafted him or anything, but this is a small tournament, so it's fine to not have to have that mentality.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to think different. Just think, what's your favorite shoot for the moon play here?
Yep. Honestly, yeah, I'll probably, let's see, JSN or Puka. I shoot for the moon. Probably McCaffrey is the pick.
It would be my pick, but
it's the riskiest, but definitely the highest reward. So yeah, if I'd go McCaffrey if he's here.
And we see pick 1, Mason. So that he went Gibbs instead of Bijan. So we had the Gibbs swap this draft. Look, CeeDee Lamb. All right, Micon, there you go. Now Micon doesn't have to take Taylor either.
I still think I'm going McCaffrey over even JSN. And that's in any other tournament. I think JSN would be the pick for me. But in this one, like if you ain't, Micon just said it, if you ain't first, you're last. So like I'm gonna swing for the guy that if he plays 16 games, he's the RB1. But I don't expect him to. That's on the record. But we're gonna shoot for the moon on this one.
And look what I just did. I'm following suit, man. Justin Jefferson over Amon-Ra. I think Amon-Ra is safer. I've been taking Amon-Ra over Jefferson, but in this, Jefferson was the number 1 pick most of the last couple seasons. Number 1 and 2 pick. So there's my shoot for the moon pick. If Kyler isn't a giant piece of crap, then Jefferson should be a monster. So let's go with Jefferson.
Let's do her.
And then Micon, he's like, I will take JSN at 7 though. Surely, absolutely. That was a gift and a half right there. Okay, so I was gonna take Derrick Henry but you know what we're gonna do, Core?
I know exactly what you're gonna do, but go for it.
Kenny Skywalker?
There he is.
You better believe it. So
heck yeah.
I could have spent up at Bowers again, and I would have felt fine with it. But since I just got him, I was just talking about Ken Walker before. Let's go big. Let's just do it.
Yeah, why not?
Have some fun. Live a little.
So now I'm in the spot where actually I think I'm gonna go Bowers.
Do it. Yeah,
Yep.
heck yeah.
I'm going Bowers there. Neighbors was on the table for another kind of ceiling guy, but Mike, I don't know. Whenever he went McBride, I was like, you know what, I'm going to go back. Bowers was already who I was thinking, and then I think Mycon just kind of helped me right there.
And look at that start for us. This is an awesome start for all three of us in this. And what I love is that all three of us we're not really competitors in this, really, because all of us can get tickets. Four people can get a ticket. Once you get a ticket, then we're going to be moved into a pod where we're not going to be together, and then it's just going to be the luck of the draws to see who makes it to the final week.
Yep. You got so, and I actually that was a question I was going to ask: is how many
Look,
tickets in a room?
In this tournament, it's 4. And look
Four,
at him, says might go wild here. Second place means nothing. You better believe it. That's what I'm saying. Shoot for the upside, baby. That's something that makes these small entry tournaments so much fun. So much fun. And this will be my 4th one. So I've got one more to do in this after, which I'll do off screen. I did one last night and then one this morning before we got on. So there's another tournament that just dropped the other day, Corey. It's an $8 tournament called the Dachshund, and it's four entry max, $8 a pop, and it's going to have 28,000 people. But it's a 30,000 to first place, so it's a good tournament, good payout, and everything.
Yeah.
So
that's solid.
If anyone wants to do another like smaller field tournament, where you got better odds, go join the Dachshund. All right. So we're coming back around. You are up, sir. You gonna jump into wide receiver here or get another running back? Wide receiver?
Yeah, it really was between Jacobs or Smith right there. So I'll take DeVonta Smith.
Make it easy on you.
Yep.
Okay. Now, for me, I think I know who my favorite pick is here, and I think it's Kyron. But I'm considering going Olave because I do think that's a really big shoot for upside type of play. There went Kyron. But ETN is also really big upside play. You know what? Maybe Tet is my best bet, actually.
Because I think Tet, Olave
I'm gonna go
are
Tet.
more Tet and Olave. I think are more floor guys, like high floor than big ceiling. But ETN. Who knows what the how much what his workload is going to be if Kamara sticks around and all that stuff. So I don't know. Like ETN, I've just drafted with caution.
I've been drafting. Yeah, I've barely clicked his name.
But if your guy coming up here in a little bit, that's the swing.
That's why I just went wide receiver.
Yeah, if he's assuming he's there, that's the swing.
Who it's going to be.
Yeah, that's the swing over ETN. If you get him, then that's a slam dunk.
Well, I'm gonna pick away here, and
there you go.
All right, Trayvon Henderson, come on down. That's exactly why I did it, and the reason why McMillan over Olave, it's just because of McMillan, the clear one, whereas with Olave, even though he is the one, at least Tyson muddies the waters a little bit, because Tyson's just so good. Oh man, Mike Collins, look what he did. The double strong tight ends with Loveland.
He said we're getting wild.
I love it. I love it. I think that's awesome. And that's a bully strategy too, where now you're definitely done at tight end and you theoretically have the 1 and 2 or you have the 2 and 3 because I think Bowers is going to be the 1, but I love it. I think that's great. And you got your boy McConkey. So how about getting DeVonta Smith and McConkey, both of your like breakout picks to go along with Bowers and McCaffrey? This couldn't be a better start for your team, Corey.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the McConkey. That makes me, DeVonta Smith. I think he's being valued appropriately, but I like the upside is huge now that there won't be any AJ Brown. So this, 2 should be number ones in their own and high powered offenses. Give me all day, all day.
All day, son. Now, I think this is honestly, this is like the perfect start from pick 16 that you're doing right now. Don't mess it up. No
Right.
pressure.
No pressure. Yeah, thanks. I will try not to mess this one up here. Yeah.
Okay, coming back around. Now, you're going to be able to take a third strong wide receiver if you choose, but question for you. Because of this tournament, because of what you got, any consideration into Lamar?
No, but I'm not going to push quarterback like I did last time, though.
I was just wondering if you happen to be looking Lamar's at all.
Yeah, no, I'm not there.
I know
But
you. I know you typically don't, but
and I just took DJ Moore, but gosh, I really like this spot right here for
do it
him.
again.
I'm doing it again.
Definitely do it again.
I
That's your
love
guy.
that receiving core right there.
And those three receivers, that should allow you to push receiver now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. I mean, I think how the board probably will fall. Yeah. I mean, we're starting to get to a grouping that I'm not overly excited about. So, and then tight end, the plan will be two. So that's what I'm hoping that I can get my, kind of anchor QB and be able to go 2 and 2 on QB and tight end. That's the hope, but we'll see.
That's the hope.
We'll see how it plays out.
I just went Judkins. I was a pick away from Lamar, and I was going to actually pull that trigger myself since you passed. And Mike on passed. He went with Tootin, which Tootin is a good swing for the moon pick there as well, because me and you both like Tootin more than Judkins or Price. I'm pretty sure.
Actually,
Judkins,
I think the only argument against Judkins for me in that is the injury. But if he comes back and everything is looking good, I prefer Judkins over Tootin personally.
Okay, so I passed on Lamar. Jaden has made it back to me. I do like the option of Carnell Tate, or you know how much I love Tyler Warren, and get my first tight end. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Warren.
I think Warren. Yeah, I was going to say I think Warren's the move.
Yeah, for me, I like to draft two tight ends, and Warren gives me that potential where he could be up there with the Loveland, Bowers, McBride, if he could maybe get a little bit more touchdown equity, which could happen with Michael
Jaden, or I know Jalen. It'll be the stack. I kind of want Jaden.
I like Jaden more than Jalen personally.
I do too.
So
I'm gonna go unstack. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and I just realized the guy right after you had Terry McLaurin. So
yeah, I know I might have got him on that one, but
he snap picked Chuba Hubbard. So I actually
maybe not. Yeah,
he may not have. But I think Jaden in this tournament has more upside than Jalen. So to me, he does. To me, Jaden is just a higher upside ceiling. Because I think he can run more and theoretically be a better passer too. I mean, we'll see, but I mean, Jalen Hurts is not bad, but he's also not great, right?
Well, the thing we'll see in this new offense, the biggest difference, with Jaden, the biggest difference between his season last year and previous years is there wasn't as much tush pushing. And it's still alive and well. So, Micon, apparently you got Lamar because he misclicked.
Oh, well, I didn't get Lamar, but.
Oh, I thought you did. Oh, right.
No, he went the pick before me.
Cool Smurfer. Heck yeah, man. Quitting
What's up,
time.
Cool Smurfer? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah.
So around if you're doing any more, which tourney is this? This is the mini golden. Well, Corey, you may have a hard out time after this, but I might stay on and do one more with you, Smurfer, if you want to do. I got one more entry in this tournament. This is a $2 5-entry tournament. So, but I also wouldn't mind to do another one. Corey, I know you got to pick up your kids today, so
Yeah, so I'm probably out after this one, but yeah, party. I mean, if you got one more, you might as well do it on stream, right?
yeah, I might as well. So yeah, Cool Smurfer, if you want to hang out here when this is done, I'll do another draft with you, and then anyone else that wants to jump on. Okay, it's coming back to me, and then let's talk about your pick because I didn't even get to process what you just did.
I did Tony Pollard. We're starting to get to it's not like I'm in love with Pollard. It's just starting to get to that point of, I mean, I already got McCaffrey, but it's starting to get to that point of like, I need to get some little more and start adding some running backs before it gets really ugly.
Yeah, and so that just gave me, well, one of my guys in Jaylen Warren, who I value him very similar to Ramondre and Pollard, which you guys both just got.
Yeah.
And it gave me back-to-back Warrens.
Yeah. It's a bit. Are there any more Warrens? I don't even know. We'll find another.
Have you seen my baseball? There's that Warren.
There is that Warren. Nailed it.
All right. So coming back around to me, I don't have a quarterback yet. You have Jaden Daniels. Mycon doesn't have a quarterback yet. Looking at the board, other than Mycon and B. Durand, everyone else has at least one quarterback. I'm going to push QB and go with Jacoby Myers here.
Yeah, there's a lot of QB left on the board.
Yeah, get that third wide receiver. You just took him on that last team. We've talked about him a lot. It's just a good, solid pick in this spot.
Agreed.
All right, coming back around to you and Mycon.
Oh.
Who say Hurts can't pass any worse than last year and will score double-digit rushing touchdowns. If the Eagles' pass game improves even 20, 30%, I feel like he's a smash in the 6th, 7th round. Well, I sure hope you're right. I've been taking him a lot. I'm just nervous about it. That's just really what it boils down to. I've been confident with Hurts the last several seasons drafting him. This year, even though I'm still doing it, I'm still clicking his name a lot. I'm just more nervous about it. But those are some really good points that you bring up there. And like Corey said, the changes in the team,
yeah, I knew
that could be a real thing.
Couldn't get any worse than it was, and so yeah, I really like Eagles for a bounce back. AJ Brown, get him out of there, and then everything else with the coaching changes and everything. I think it'll be I've have several Eagles builds so far.
Man, I pushed quarterback, and look at this, Corey. You guys just back to back, both of you, and then after, here we go. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed it.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's okay.
It's fine. I mean, by the time it gets back to you, there'll be somebody because I'm done. I'm done at quarterback.
Yeah, Jaden and Herbert for sure. You are, and then Mahomes going to Mycon. I am looking at for stack pieces. I could go Kyler. I could get Bryce Young later. Daniel Jones. If I added Josh Downs here, that could set up the Daniel Jones pick for a few rounds from now. That's probably not terrible if Downs makes it to me.
No, not at all. I think it's a good pick. Dang. On a QJ.
So theoretically, I could go Downs and Kyler here. I don't know if they would both make it. Well, never mind. Downs. So probably I should be looking at Kyler with my first one. And I really don't like taking Kyler, but if I've got Justin Jefferson, I sure got to hope that Kyler's going to be good. And again, we're shooting for the upside here in this tournament. Yeah. So at least Kyler does offer that high upside. It's just, we've seen his low side. Bill.
Okay, we're gonna go Bill. Yeah, we're gonna go Bill. Pair him with Jaden. Little Washington action there, and hopefully he's gonna be the guy. It was a bit of a reach, but that's okay.
Yep, Kyler it is. All right. It's kind of gross, but again, just in this particular build for me, I'm just betting on that Kyler will be healthy and will be good.
Yep.
Now, I could add Hawkinson. If I had Hawkinson, is he good enough to be just the only number 2 behind Warren? Or if I have Hawkinson, maybe I should have a third. I'm trying to work it out in my mind.
I think it's one. I think for me, you don't have to commit to it. It's like if you end up with those two, I think it's fine. But and so you don't have to force it.
Speaking of, man, I've got the long comeback around, and I want to just be done at running back. I'm going to do
Take
this
him.
back
Do
to
it.
back drafts. I'm going to go Aaron Jones.
Oh,
Just for this.
that is not who I thought you were going to say.
No, it's not what I normally would do. It's just for this build because again, I'm betting on Kyler Murray, so that gives me another stack piece, and I don't think that Jones would have made it back around. I'm almost positive he would not have.
Okay.
Or Mason, either of them. And if I'm going to bet on one to have a higher ceiling, I'm going to bet on the one that's going to get catch passes from Kyler.
Sure.
Of course, again, Mason could easily be the better pick there. There's no doubt about it. So you guys went with Dobbins and Gadsden. So for you, that's your tight end too. Now, do you feel comfortable stopping there with Bowers and Gadsden?
That's good enough for me. Gadsden,
Okay.
I did. I don't know what happened with David Njoku met with the Chargers the other day. I haven't heard any updates since then. Gadsden, I think, is a little overpriced right now, still for a guy that we've only seen a small sample size for. But there's obviously the tremendous upside, and I was fine. I mean, with my build, that makes sense. Now it's a full blown Chargers build.
I just saw Kenny Gainwell went. That's who you expected me to take with that last one.
It was. I thought that, yeah. So,
Yeah.
But I guess I didn't think about the stack nature. Yep.
And Kenny would have normally been the pick. Kenny. But I will tell you this. Why I asked about that with the third tight end or the second tight end, if you're going to be done, is because I do think that theoretically, not with these picks, but if he falls, I do think looking at Chigakonkwo still isn't terrible for you.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, and that's all going to be board dependent.
So, because you've got a 2-3-3-2. So, yeah, it's going to be really looking at what you like. So, I'm assuming right now, I think I know who you're going to pick if he's there. So, let's just see. Let's see what you do. Yep, that's exactly it. Jonathan Brooks, because that's the one. I mean, running back's getting real thin. That's one of the last swing big guys. So
yeah. I'm glad he did that because the pick before me was Worthy because I was a little. It's like it's gonna be hard for me to not do it, but
yeah, Micon, that was a tough pick for you there. I'm sure Micon was hoping for Worthy to fall to him with having Mahomes there. Okay.
But he did pass on Kelsey.
He did.
Oh, but he went early tight end, though. He went the bully tight end.
I'm going to go Coker because I am going to look at trying to get Bryce Young as my third QB on this team. And then I'm going to look to go with the second QB with this pick here. Actually, yeah, I am. I'm going to make Bryce have to fall, and if he doesn't, then that's fine. It's not like it's the end of the world if I don't have Bryce Young. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But I do want to go ahead and grab another quarterback here, and I'm going to do that with Sammy D, who gives me a real... Oh, I should have gone Daniel Jones. Dang it. That should have... Oh, well, it's okay. I only had the one piece with Warren, and I think Sam Darnold is a much better piece to go than Daniel Jones as far as behind Kyler. Kyler already offers so much question marks that at least with Sam Darnold, I've got some more solidity. Okay.
Well, now I'm in the spot of like tight end. I like it a lot more. I need receiver, but
go receiver. Don't take another tight end unless it's Chig, or take Jonah Coleman.
I'll take Jennings. Actually, no, yeah. I'm not a Coleman guy. Yeah, Jennings. That was one of the few that was still there, but that's what was just because of my build. The value right now, or the best players at least, is quarterback and tight end, but. Is what it is.
Is what it is.
Zero, my guy. What's going on, brother?
How you doing? And Duke Dean, what's up, Duke? Glad to see
what's
you
up,
here, buddy. Duke was in a lot of baseball drafts with us.
Oh, nice. Welcome
Eagles
back.
Eagles schedule is also much easier. Play AFC South. Strength of schedule is not considered enough with this. Jags will have. Yeah, well, I haven't even thought about schedule yet myself.
Mhm.
You know,
Does the schedule should be say NFL schedule release
you've talked about schedule
May
already a few
13th.
times.
Yeah, May 13th, 14th. So it'll be next week.
That's when we'll actually know. And for me, I could be wrong on this, okay? But I don't typically, whenever I'm drafting, I don't think a lot about strength of schedule as much. I just think about trying to build unique teams. I don't know. Maybe I should think about it more this year. It's something that we'll talk about as we have that reveal next week. All right, Corey, you're a pick away.
Yeah, I was hoping Diggs was going to be there. I don't know if anybody saw the news yesterday. He was found not guilty of all charges, so the legal stuff seems to be behind him.
Oh, that's good. I didn't see
I mean,
that.
like you mentioned Chigakonkwo earlier, I really don't want to go, but that makes sense.
Yeah, he's the top one on the board, isn't he?
You know what?
Travis Hunter,
Travis
make it
Hunter.
fall. If he still falls, then it was meant to be. And
Yeah.
if he's not, then there you go.
Yeah, we'll go Travis Hunter right there.
Last year's number 2 pick.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, we're drafting corners now in best ball. It's wild. Who would have thought? Not me.
So, Bryce Young, he made it. There we go.
Hey, there you go.
My boy.
It's your guy.
Yeah, I know. It's
just such a weird wagon to hitch to, but I love it. You stick with him.
Hey, Zero, I got my caffeine here too, buddy. So we are locked in and ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Duke says, wrapped up my 5 minis this morning. Oh, he knocked out all 5 of his entries in this morning.
Heck yeah. Just keep knock it out.
I'm always thinking about strength of schedule. Whoever plays the AFC South, I'm targeting. All right. I use strength of schedule for tiebreakers for sure. All right, we're gonna talk about strength of schedule for sure. It's something that I'll try and work more into my thought process this year also. Okay, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. It's about to fall perfect if this guy lets it happen.
I know.
Come on.
I know.
Come on.
You're getting close.
All right.
Hey.
Look at that.
Yeah, that fell for you.
Don't you love whenever a good plan comes together?
I just do. I really do.
What can go wrong with the stacked Kyler Murray team?
Nothing.
Not a thing. I really like how it's actually coming together. Big fan.
Okay, I'm not going to mess around here. I'm going to go Antonio Williams pair with Jaden.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm taking him 10 ahead of ADP. That's fine.
Oh, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. When you're in the middle, it doesn't matter.
And then Stribling, Micon took my boy Stribling. Love to see that, Micon. And it paired for him with Brock Purdy. So he's got a 3 quarterback build with Mahomes, Purdy, and Stroud. His 2 tight ends, of course, McBride and Loveland. He's got 4 running backs and 5 wide receivers. So a really good, solid build with this team. I like how it's coming together a lot. And Corey, you're rocking right now a 2-4-6-2. Boy, that is about as evenly balanced. Man, your team, this is a really good team that you're putting together. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I do too. We all need to round out the running back room, and with going the 2 early quarterbacks and tight ends, that gives me the flexibility to add an extra running back or 2. So
yeah,
it's coming together.
I think it probably wouldn't hurt for you to have 6 running backs.
Yeah. Oh, I absolutely will have 6.
Yeah, because Pollard as the 2. Yeah. Here's a question for you. Would you, since you have McCaffrey, any thought, consideration to in round 18 doing Kalen Black?
No, because I'm just not going to play the San Francisco running back musical chairs. But McCaffrey, and then after that, who knows? I mean, at least we drafted Garindo all summer thinking he was going to be the guy, and then at the 11th hour, they traded for Brian Robinson.
Yep. Well, so I'm glad to hear you say that because that's exactly would be my thought as well. That is not don't if I have McCaffrey, I'm going to bet on McCaffrey being healthy. It's just
Yep.
that
You
simple.
have to. You have to. Yeah. I would hope so.
Mycon says took till the 14th round, but finally a stack fell to me. It did. Finally was Stribling. Yep, I sure did. I sure did. Zero went with Hendo and Judkins. Really loving the way that this team's coming together for me from a unique stack perspective. Although I don't like Kyler Murray. When Juwan and Diggs sign, how big of a jump on the board? 1 round, 2, 3. I think Diggs probably 2 or 3 rounds, and
Yeah.
Juwan at least 1.
Yeah, it's a Diggs.
Maybe
Well,
2.
like Jawan, if Jawan signs somewhere like Vegas or Miami or something, then I would bump him up fairly high because there's number one receiver spots open if that's the route that they go. Diggs was just found not guilty yesterday. I just mentioned that a little bit ago. So now that the legal stuff is behind him, I think someone will grab him unless they think he's going to be too much of a headache. But
Yeah, and I got a pick start here. I'm going to go
sure.
with Trey Harris. Zero says Keenan went from 200s to 120s last year. Yeah, that was a big jump. And Diggs is even better, so I can see more of a jump. I completely understand that. I think that it's going to happen with Diggs. But one
Yeah.
thing I will say, I know at least for most people, that Keenan signing with the Chargers was a big point of that. You know, if Keenan would have signed with the Bears again or something, you know, he wouldn't have got near that big of a bump. Speaking of Keenan, he's out there too. What if, you know, we see that?
Don't do it. You're going to ruin my lad shares.
Yeah, do not do it, Keenan.
Just please, Keenan Allen, go away. Great career. Time to hang it up.
I have a lot of Diggs pre-draft, so have him at a rough average ADP currently. Yeah, that's good. That is very good. Having a lot of early Diggs. I went ahead and grabbed Dylan Sampson there. I wasn't necessarily going to take another running back, but I like Dylan Sampson not as a handcuff, but just as another weapon. So I feel good with that, and I'm going to do the 3-6-7-2 build.
Want to talk to Sampson?
Want to talk to Sampson?
One of my faves here, Braylon Allen.
Get your boy Braylon.
I love a post-hype sleeper. Love a post-hype sleeper.
Love a good post-hype sleeper. And I see Mycon went with Jeremy Bernard and Tank Dell. I like that. I'm a big and Tank Dell pairs with CJ for him.
You got my guy Trey Harris on the last one.
I did.
But I had to let him go at some point.
You just gotta let him go at some point.
Just be free. You're like a little dove.
When you took Pacheco,
mm-hmm.
Brian Robinson went the pick before. Would you have rather had Brian Robinson?
No.
No.
Not necessarily. No. The reason why is Brian Robinson. There's definite value there at this point, but he's more the work, or Bijan is much more of a workhorse than Gibbs is, like just body type, where Gibbs, like, yes, he's easily the number one running back and, you know, can pop one off at any time. But I'm curious as, like, you know, are they going to want him to take that beating between the tackles all season, or, you know, because they have playoff aspirations too. So, you know, I'm curious how much of a workload share is going to be with Pacheco. We always knew, I mean, David Montgomery, I think David Montgomery is a better running back than Pacheco, but I don't think there's this massive gap either. And Montgomery got a fair amount of work. We were taking him as a top 10 pick, you know, like the last few years. So the big thing for me there with Pacheco, it was a huge ADP fall. So I'll take, and it filled the need.
Make this pick here, and then Zero's got a question for you.
Okay.
What position are you looking at? Wide receiver? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Take AD, like it.
Yeah. Even though I know they added some competition, but it's not competition with him. He's more of this kind of tournament play, whereas like Omar Cooper and Adonai Mitchell couldn't have more different skill sets.
Okay, Corey, thoughts on Emmett Johnson being the next LaShawn McCoy?
Can you believe we got LaShawn McCoy in the 5th round? God, like what are the odds? I don't know how everybody missed on that. Yeah, I know. Redoing that just looks like way to set the realistic expectations for the kid. But yeah, I mean, like obviously we just saw like rookie camp, and so the little clips that we've seen him at Johnson looks great, but it's rookie camp. So, but yeah, no, I honestly, it's exciting because Rashard Smith he's going to be a gadget special teams guy. And Amari DiMercado, who I like and will be in the mix on 3rd downs, it would be great to see Emmett Johnson leapfrog him in the pecking order, because we've seen historically Ken Walker has not been able to handle the workhorse load. So I don't know. He's one of my favorite later picks for sure. I got him in a dynasty rookie draft over the weekend. I was really happy about that.
The fact that Emmett signed his contract at least means he made the team.
Yeah, man. If he doesn't make the team in our running back room, woof.
I'm loving how this has turned out. I just closed out with Zachariah Branch and Cooper Kupp to pair with my Sammy D. That's honestly, I love how this team turned out.
I'm debating my 7th running back or 8th wide receiver right now. And Katron Allen is staring me in the face, but I already have Bill. And is that stupid? I don't know.
I think you should go 7th wide. I think your running backs are good enough, but that's up to you. I don't think it's terrible. I mean, Vidal too. Vidal's pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
Don't you have Herbert?
We're going to go Christian Kirk.
Pivot. No running back.
Just a hard pivot. No, I mean the 6, they'll be fine. They'll be good enough. Probably.
You do have Herbert, right? Yeah. You had Herbert. That's what I thought. Have you not considered Kamani Vidal? Because I mean, hey, all it takes is a Hampton injury, and then he's right back.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Doesn't do a lot for me, but yeah, I mean, Hampton had the issues last year, so yeah, it wouldn't have been a bad pick by any means.
I just think at least keep him in your mind for a build similar to this in the future when you're looking in the last round and you've got a Chargers thing. That's all.
Yeah, I wasn't in love with anybody there. But I just like the 8 build of the receivers a little more. So we went that route.
Yeah, Zero said to shoot for the moon, and I don't know that Christian Kirk was shooting for the moon, but
no, I don't think so. But I think I have plenty of shoot for the moon guys. I mean, I don't think I don't know. I don't even think Kamani Vidal, I would hardly call him a shoot for the moon guy either.
Well, I guess for me, again, he was pretty good last year he
was fine, but if Hampton stays healthy, he's going to be a nothing burger.
He's nothing.
Yeah. Because he's not even the change of pace back in the offense.
No.
I mean, he is literally tethered to an injury to Hampton. Mm-hmm. I mean, Chris Brazzell wouldn't have been a bad one there for, a downfield big play guy. Yeah. I don't know. Katron Allen, kind of surprised, like everybody stayed away. He's been a name lately that's been getting kicked around a lot.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and let's take a look at these teams, and then for anyone else that's in here, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to do my final entry in the mini golden, and I think Corey is maybe hang out for a little bit, Core, and then just take off whenever you need to take off.
Yeah, saying like I probably do have to jump off. Got to pick my kids up from school. Boo.
Vidal is like barely getting into low Earth orbit.
Thank you. See, I knew Zero. He gets it. I knew he would get it.
Oh, that's my good guy. All right. So let me get this switched over here. Okay, so we'll start off with Mycon's team. So he went with a 3-4-9-2. Very interesting. Mm-hmm. The 4 running backs being Breece Hall, Bashaw Tootin, Ramondre, and Dobbins. Um, Very interesting four combo. I don't know that I can endorse that as a four. However, again, in a tournament like this, it's literally, if you're just going to say if they're healthy, but again, you're just betting on Dobbins staying healthy.
I
That's
was to
really
say
what it boils
the
down to.
my note on that is if you're gonna go with that, I'm fine going that build. If you go running back early, Dobbins is probably is not a guy you want to use in a 4 running back build.
That's my only thing. That's what holds me back from it just being a four with Dobbins as that fourth. But again, I get just saying, hey, for this team to work out, we're just going to bet on them staying healthy, and if not, then the team just doesn't work. But the rest of the team, Mahomes, Purdy, Stroud,
Well,
that's a great
rock solid.
quarterback room. Wide receivers, so couple early and then waited. Smith and Jigba, Carnell Tate, then Khalil Shakir, Omar Cooper, Stribling, Jeremy Bernard, Tandell, Ted Hurst, love that pick, Pat Bryant,
Rookie heavy.
and then the super strong tight ends with McBride and Loveland. I'm a really big fan of this team. It's super unique. It's just, again, my only thing that makes me nervous, and I'm sure it makes you nervous too, Mike, on is the 4 running backs with Dobbins as the fourth.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's take a gander at my squad. So I went with a 3-6-7-2. So I had talked about doing the 3-5-7-3. I ended up not taking the extra tight end and just rolling with Warren and Hawkinson and just gambling on that they're going to work. And I added that extra running back. So my quarterbacks, Kyler, Sammy D, and Bryce Young. I've got several stack pieces there with Justin Jefferson, Aaron Jones, and TJ Hawkinson from the Vikings. For the Seattle Seahawks, the only stack piece I added was Cooper Kupp at the end. And then for Bryce Young, I have Tet and Coker. My overall wide receiver room is solid, but it's also potentially bad after the top 3. I mean, I'm into a lot of these pieces. It's just I can see a world where this could be a disaster after the top 3.
I think it's a boomer bust room, but that plays in best ball.
But I say I can also see it working out. And my running back room, I'm a really big fan of. I actually think that Samson was probably overkill, and I really didn't need him. And if I could redo this again, I would have added either another wide receiver or that third tight end. But I'm a fan of this team.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite, but it's a pretty solid one. Okay, so you went with the 2-6-8-2. Let's talk about yours, Core.
Yeah, went quarterback early to get it out of the way and give me some flexibility with my skill positions. So Jaden Herbert, love the upside there. And McCaffrey, we had a debate. If you weren't here earlier, I had pick 6 and I took McCaffrey over JSN. And the reason why was just in this tournament, it's one of those that McCaffrey, if he plays 16 games, he's the RB1 and it's probably not even close. So obviously his value is there's injury and wear and tear baked into that, but it was kind of a swing for the fence move. The rest of my running back room, actually, I really like Jonathan Brooks where I got him. He was at ADP, but I think that fit my build pretty well. And then Bill and Tony Pollard, kind of boring, but should be the RB1 maybe for their respective teams. And then Pacheco, Braylon Allen are backups on their own teams, but could see some action. So I've been a Braylon Allen fan for a couple of years now. So we'll see. And for the build that I went with, going running back tight end, Devontae Smith, McConkey, DJ Moore, love that. Absolutely love that top 3. If Juwan Jennings has a good landing spot, I like him. Spencer and I have talked about that we really like Travis Hunter for where he's going based ADP. The Antonio Williams piece could be potentially sneaky with Jaden. And then Adonai Mitchell is one of my favorite late guys for especially a tournament like this. He's because of his being a deep threat. And then Christian Kirk was I didn't really have anybody that was jumping out at me at the end and just decided to add another body to the receiver room. And then Bowers, which for this tournament, like Bowers. And then that gives me the flexibility to add a guy like Gadsden, who we've only seen a small sample size, but I like the pairing with Herbert and McConkey. And then, I could take on a little bit of that risk that because I have Bowers. So, yeah, like it.
Yeah, it's very, very nice.
Yeah.
All right, let me look back over here at the comments real quick and see what I've missed. Let's see here. So Micon says, yeah, I just didn't like RB after Dobbins, then committed to the wide receivers 100%. I get it, and I don't think that that's bad. With 4 per pod advancing, I like the handcuff plays like Vidal. Who knows? A week 7 spot start that gives 20 points might be difference in getting in. Yeah, I hear you there, dude.
There wasn't a wrong answer there, but yeah, I totally get the thought process. It really more so that just doesn't do a lot for me, but I understand the thought process, and it's not wrong. It's just decided not to go that direction.
Mm-hmm. And then Zero said he did a 4 RB team with James Conner as the 4th yesterday, same contest. That's even worse than Dobbins. I had Saquon, Pollard, Rico, James Conner, Saquon, Pollard, Rico. Yeah. I mean, I get you, Zero. I mean, I personally would have wanted one more at least. Same guy, different name. All right. Well, guys, anyone that's in here that wants to go ahead and join another, let's get joined real quick. And then, Corey, will you hold on and talk to the guys for just a minute while I go use the bathroom? And then when I get back, then you can go ahead and take off. But I will do a countdown. So, Cool Smurfer, if you're in here, buddy, and Mike on, Zero, anyone else that I know, Duke, I know your entries are out. Zero's out already. So I'm going to do my last entry here. So Micon or Cool Smurfer, anyone else, I'm going to do a countdown in 3, 2, 1, enter. 6 more. Okay, 6 more. All right, Corey, I'll be back in just a second. Thanks, bud.
Yep. All right. I actually ended up just hopping in it too. I do have to hop off the stream, but I can parent and draft at the same time, right? Like, who doesn't do that? Let's see. Did we fill up? Well, we got one more. If anybody got one more. All right. Sounds good. See you, Micon. Thanks for hanging, drafting with us. Appreciate you. Yeah. I mean, exactly. Dude, that Smurfer, that's the way to go. Let's see here. Yeah. I try to, I try to not do it while I'm driving, but otherwise I'm open to it. Oh, we're full. Where are we at? Me and Smurf are right next to each other, 5 and 6. I'm 6 again. I was 6 on the last one. What the heck? Spence got 9. Sometimes whenever I'm naming my drafts after, if I'm doing something and like I get a bad pick or something like that, and then that's what I name the team is I'll name it. Like Spencer and I went to a concert last summer and I tried to do a draft while we were waiting, and the signal sucked, and so I ended up with a horrible team, and I named it after the concert. It actually did okay for a while and then fell off because lack of depth, but I actually ended up just joining. I'm going to jump off the stream, but I wanted to at least get in and do this one since I still have a few entries. So
beautiful. I heard you
just telling the story
about the Incubus concert.
Yep. That's what Cool Smurfer and I were just talking about. Like that, I was like, I got to go parent soon. See, he did the same thing. He went McCaffrey.
Hey,
same thing I did,
dude.
Last time,
you know me. Yeah. I'm all aboard the McCaffrey train. So
yep. Yeah, I'll go JSN there. So really, just similar situation. Cool Smurfer. If you didn't see in the last one, that scenario happened, except CeeDee Lamb actually went at 5. And then I was faced with the McCaffrey JSN, and I went McCaffrey.
Okay. I get CeeDee Lamb this time, so that's pretty sweet. Get to mix it up. And CeeDee Lamb, I think, offers a bigger upside than Amon-Ra, but I could be wrong there.
I agree. I think so.
Okay. Well, Corey, thanks, bud. That was
Yep.
awesome.
Always a pleasure, guys. Dude, appreciate that. Yeah, I'll keep drafting. I'm gonna snipe all your players. So just
Yeah.
just deal with it. Deal with it. But all right. See you guys.
All right. See you, buddy. Till next time.
Till next time.
All right. And then, so Cool Smurfer, I see we also have someone in this draft who's named Big Papa Smurf. Is that any relation? I'm sure not, but it's just funny that, the other day I actually watched the South Park episode Dances with Smurfs. And I thought about you whenever I was watching that episode just because I thought of your handle. All right. I'm going to go with Derrick Henry. This is going to be pretty easy for me. All right. I think Amon-Ra probably has a higher ceiling than Lamb in 2026, but it's close enough. I see. Here's the thing. I absolutely love Amon-Ra, and I will take him many times. But you're probably right with Pickens there that he probably does have a higher ceiling. Now that I think about it, with Pickens there, if Pickens were to be traded, it's definitely CD Lamb. But either way, CD, Jefferson, Amon-Ra. Truth be told, I love all of them. So I'm just going to take any of those three whenever I can at the back half of the draft. Make that be like an anchor wide receiver essentially, and then push and see how I fill in from there. I'm going to try something here, guys. So give me 1 second. I'm going to see about, while I'm going here, maybe put some music on in the background and see how it sounds. So now whenever I'm by myself, so it's not just, let's see here. I'll turn it down so that it's not very loud. Let me know how that is, guys. If you think that's cool to have music playing or no. I just figured if I'm sitting here doing this by myself and talking to you guys in the chat, and by the way, I'll just throw the comments on here. So I'm real happy with the start here with Derrick Henry and CD Lamb. I absolutely love that. Let me take a look back at the board. So Cool Smurfer going with McCaffrey, London, and Pickens. Corey went with JSN, Rashi, and Breece Hall. Now as it's coming to my pick here, so this is where I want to go either Kyron or Devonta Smith. I think I'm going to bet on the A.J. Brown trade and go Devonta Smith. Now with Lamb and Devonta, that's kind of a divisional opponent build. And so there's a lot of times that the Cowboys play the Eagles in the end of the season. So Zero says, I went neighbors a lot in this contest. Yeah, honestly, this is a perfect contest to draft neighbors. I think it really is. Okay, back to me. And I'm just going to keep doing my thing of drafting Trayvon Henderson here in round 4 and just committing to that. Yeah, I'm just going to commit to it. It's either going to work or it's not, but he's my favorite round 4 running back. All right. So now back to Corey. Let's see what he does here. He went with Bucky. So see, Bucky's someone I've just not been drafting. I don't know about you guys. Has anyone else been clicking Bucky ever? It's just a name I've been staying away from. I've been going with Trayvon or pushing it to Montgomery or Scatterbo. That's just the way I've been handling it. And I will take Kyron Williams, not been taking Javonte Williams. These are just sort of the things I've been doing here early. A lot is going to change over the course of the summer. All right. So as we are getting ready to come back to the turn, so I see this, it's very interesting. This guy at pick 1 has yet to take a wide receiver. going double strong tight ends. There's his first wide receiver with Terry McLaurin, but Bijan, Jeremiah Love, Bowers, Loveland, and McLaurin. It's a very fun, interesting start. I'm into that. There went Judkins off the board. Now we're coming back around to Cool Smurfer, who I love that Mike Evans pick, by the way. Big fan of going McCaffrey, London Pickens, Evans. And then Jameson Williams. That's a great play. Do I like him more than DJ Moore? Maybe not, but Jameson Williams could be much better. I'm right with Corey. I guarantee he's looking at DJ Moore thinking, do I do it again? 3 straight drafts? Yep, he is. So you just gave Corey that DJ Moore pick. I listened to while I'm driving and stuff. I listened to all sorts of different people, YouTube videos, podcasts. I was listening to someone the other day who was kind of pouring some cold water on DJ Moore. All right. Well, I'm just going to stick with DeAndre Swift again. I could have taken Lamar there, but I'm going to push that and go with that third running back. I'm still very in on DJ Moore with the Bills. I absolutely love that, but I do get that they typically are not, they don't really feature like a high volume target per se. And Cool Smurfer, I'm sure your bet is, Jameson Williams is the downfield big play guy, the touchdown play, the big pop week play. And I'm sure that's what you were thinking there. And honestly, with already having London Pickens and Evans, I think you probably did the right thing for your build. So the guy at pick 12, just back-to-back quarterback with Lamar and Dak. That's very interesting. He's got one quarterback, one wide receiver, and that's Zay Flowers. So I'm sure he was thrilled to have Lamar fall there. I thought about going potentially Caleb. I could do any number of things here, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. The guy who I was talking about is one of my favorite plays here, and that is Jaden Daniels. So I'm going to go ahead and get Jaden. I'm going to try for a 2-quarterback build. If it works, now that I think about it, I could have gone Jalen Hurts to pair with Devontae Smith, but again, I like Jaden Daniels more than Hurts, even coming off the injury. But stack-wise, I'll say this, in my first 2 teams of this tournament, they had Jalen Hurts on it. So I already have a couple Jalen Hurts teams in this tournament. Caleb to Josh Allen is a big QB upgrade. Yeah, you need spike week guys for a finale of 376 guys to win 20K. You ain't kidding. Yeah, Corey says 3 for 3 on DJ Moore. Going to try to get him in all 5. Big DJ Moore guy. But yeah, Cool Smurfer, I completely agree with you, my friend. And I know that's why you did what you did. Okay. So by the way, how is the volume of this music? Is it fine just to have going in the background, guys? Is it bothering anyone? You want me to leave it on, turn it off? Anyone have any thoughts? Tell me. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave it on. All right. So as we're coming back around here to Cool Smurfer and Corey, Cool Smurfer got him Jordan Tyson. Your wide receiver room is nails, bro. Holy cow. Let's see how you fill the rest of this team out. I'm real interested to see. Well, there's the perfect next pick, Tucker Kraft. That's exactly what I would have done. Big Tucker Kraft guy. Corey got him BTJ, one of his boys with the last pick. So, and then now Jalen Warren. So Corey has 3 running backs, 4 wide receivers. Cool Smurfer with a 0-1-5-1. I'm a 1-3-2-0. I'm not going to take, let's see here. I think my best bet, it's Addison or Parker Washington. I'm going to go Addison. I could have gone either way there. Parker Washington went the next pick. Need more Limp Bizkit for the music. Yeah, YouTube might not like that. Moore was one of my biggest fades last year, apparently all in this year. You sure are. I mean, it's a completely different situation, though. DJ Moore, BTJ is a perfect pairing of guys who burnt me last year, Zero says. I just don't like stacking Josh Allen. Yeah, I think that's to the point of where I was listening to whoever it was that was saying, just kind of talking and pointing out how much the Bills generally spread the wealth around. And yeah, a lot of his big games are the 2 to 3 rush touchdown games. You are right, sir. Okay, so back to me. I'm going to go ahead and keep pushing tight end, and I'm going to go with Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle or RJ Harvey, I think Rico Dowdle is the bigger upside. We just saw last year those monster games that he can have. Granted, that was with a different team, but also Ken Gainwell, who broke out in a big way. That was on the Steelers in that role. All right, let's get back and see what Cool Smurfer and Corey did. So Corey just added his boy Patrick Mahomes, which pairs with Rashee Rice. That's very nice. And then Cool Smurfer, perfect. You guys just got some amazing stack pieces. Brock Purdy to go with Mike Evans and McCaffrey. Cool Smurfer is doing the true hero RB, and I love the way this is coming together. Very intrigued to see how your running backs end up, because I just do not have the gumption to do what you're doing this year in the draft environment. I've been way more of a spend up on running back guy, as you can see by my team. I've just been so nervous to do this push running back, the zero RB or hero RB strategy. But coming back around, let's see what you guys do here. Pick away, Cool Smurfer, a pick away. Okay, let's see what we got. Sam Laporta. So you've got now Kraft Laporta. I'll be interested to see if this is going to be a 2 tight end build or a 3 tight end build for you. Corey grabbed Josh Downs. I wonder if he puts any consideration. Corey, do you put any consideration into Daniel Jones later, or is that just sort of a one-off where you're not worried about any sort of stack piece with that? Now, to me, I still don't have a tight end. Kyle Pitts has just fell in my lap, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Just double checking. Yep, that is what I'm going to do. Kyle Pitts, come on down. All right. Kyle Pitts last year. Oh, man. It's so frustrating. My team, that was the best team that I had. It was in the Schnauzer 2, and I finished top 10 in that tournament. But I could have won that tournament if on that final game of the season, Kyle Pitts would have done anything. Like, literally what I needed from him was for him to have, for me to be first place, I think I needed 13 more points. And my factoring tight end was Mike Gesicki at 5. And Pitts couldn't even outproduce the 5 in that last Monday night game. And if he would have had, 18 or 19 points, then I would have ended up winning that tournament. All right, back to me. So, man, this is a tough call here. I think I'm going to go C-Rod and be done at running back. I think that's how I'm going to handle this team. I considered Shuck, but it's not, there's no stack piece. And with Jaden Daniels, I think I can go ahead and push my QB to the next go round. And I could do a 3 QB build with this. We'll see. We'll see. It may still end up being a 2, but I felt pretty good with just going ahead and grabbing C-Rod there as the running backs are evaporating. All right, Kelsey to Corey. That was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Tight end 1, pair with Mahomes. All right, and Shuck. So you are welcome. I'm glad I could let Shuck fall to you, who did pair with your Jordan Tyson. And that's a nice upside swing. I didn't know if maybe you were going to look at Kittle, but after taking Laporta last round, I'm sure that's what helped you just be able to easily swing to Shuck there. Cool Smurfer. Hey, Gab, what's going on, my friend? Well, no, Corey's been on with me for 2 drafts before this, and then he had to hop off to go pick his kids up, so I'm just doing this one by myself. Pitts got you there at least. He did. That's no doubt about that. Zero says, in this format, I've been pissing pretty heavy. Not going to lie. Zero and Hero. Oh, gotcha. Yep. Early first round, James Cook got Ray Davis. Okay. Let's see what you do, Cool Smurfer. Back to you. So you went with Aaron Jones over my guy, Kenny Gainwell. Very interesting. Let's see if Corey goes Kenny Gainwell. Yes, sir. You better believe it. That's one of his guys, too. So I've been taking both Jones and Gainwell. I've taken Jones on the last two teams that we've drafted today. And I am now done, like I said, at running back. So now I can focus on wide receiver, tight end, and my quarterback 2. I'm not going to take quarterback 2 because, look, these guys next to me already have 3. They're definitely not going to be taking any quarterbacks. I should probably go ahead and look at wide receiver here. Man, Jalen Coker. Yeah, Jalen Coker. It's back-to-back Jalen Cokers. I don't love it. I don't hate it either. Jalen Coker, Rashid Shaheed. Maybe I should have gone Rashid Shaheed. There went Rashid Shaheed. It's hard for me to say who's truly the biggest ceiling out of this group of wide receivers because they're all so similar in my mind. I would have said Rashid Shaheed literally every time before he went to Seattle last year. Seattle just killed him. Bucky and Kenny, shoot for the moon. Gainwell's situation is worse, more RB competition and doesn't have Rodgers to dump off Merchant. Baker's pretty good at dumping off too. I don't know if Bucky is more competition than Warren. If anything, Kenny can probably get more goal line work than Bucky. I think they give it to Tucker. Oh, I'm up. All right, let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. Well, now I kind of wish that I would have taken Rashid Shaheed, though, with the previous one, because I am going to go Sam Darnold. I just like him more than Cam Ward or C.J. Stroud. It's pretty much that simple. But I do think that I wish I would have taken Shaheed last time. That could have set up the stack. It's all right, though, because anytime, like I've talked about, whenever I take Sam Darnold, I always know I can open up with, if I want, I can get A.J. Barner later. I could get Cooper Kupp later, or Torrey Horton. But Bucky isn't good in pass pro. Kenny is. See, I'm all aboard Kenny this year. I really like Aaron Jones too, but I'm just personally, Kenny's going to be my number one guy. And if he doesn't work out, hey, it is what it is. At least he's my number one guy early. I know, as you guys know, when we draft over the course of the whole summer, there's a lot of ebbs and flows to draft season, but I personally plan on just buying in. See, I'm not a big Sean Tucker guy. I mean, I don't know that they're going to necessarily give goal line work to Tucker, to be honest with you. I think Tucker is kind of purely just a handcuff to Bucky. If Bucky goes down, then... But even when we saw, Corey kind of brought this up whenever I was making a play for Tucker, and that is, yeah, Tucker had he's had each one really big game each of the last 2 years, but there was quite a number of weeks where Bucky was out last year, and Tucker just didn't do much. They gave it to Tucker over Bucky last year. It's going to be really interesting. I can't wait to see what happens there. Let's see. Cool Smurf or Zero says, I don't even draft a lot of Kenny Gainwell, but I always Kenny Gainwell over Shipley the past 2 years. So I love how Zero's with me. Cool Smurfer is he's cooled. And I think that that's a really good debate and topic to bring up, is which one of those guys. And honestly, I don't know that there's brutal. Right as I was about to get that pair piece. All right, pivot to Juwan Jennings, and then let's push the tight end and see who falls between these guys. That was brutal. Mm-mm-mm. I can't believe with all those tight ends left, Sadiq, Strange, that this guy went with Chig unstacked. It was Big Papa Smurf. Well, oh well. Chig snipe, brutal. Yep, it was. I mean, I thought that was gonna just fall in my lap easily. Oh well. Okay, so Juwan Johnson, T.J. Hawkinson. Or I just push it even further and go Travis Hunter. That's what I'm going to do. Just going to push it further. And we're going to do a 3 tight end build. Corey says, I think the real debate is Kenny versus Bichon. Oh, totally. I'm curious how Chig was a huge draft winner, but hasn't rose in price at all. If anything, he's falling. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been drafting Chig easily, but I thought that was going to be a layup to pair with Jaden. Oh well. So Corey got Hawkinson, and I didn't notice Cool Smurfer and Corey's last couple picks. So Corey went with Cam Ward and Diggs, and Cool Smurfer grabbed Tracy, Woody Marks, and Stribling. I love the Stribling pick. I'm glad to see you're in on Stribling too. This is going to be a really interesting year of either you're a Stribling guy or you're not a Stribling guy. There's 2 types of people in this world. People that draft Deshaun Stribling and people that don't. I'm a Stribling guy. I don't think Corey's going to be on board with Stribling this year, but we'll see. I don't know. Corey, you can let us know how you're thinking. But as of early, I think Corey might be a non-Stribling guy. Okay. So we're coming back around again. Let's see what we got here. So Cool Smurfer back up. Brian Robinson, love that. So I said earlier, I want to see how your running backs turn from pushing it. Well, I'm loving how your running backs have turned out with Aaron Jones, Tracy, Woody Marks, and Brian Robinson Jr. I think this is an amazing hero push RB build that you've got going. Question for you is, are you going to stop here with the 5 or plan on going with 6 or 7? And did I really miss AJ Barner? Oh my gosh, I did last time. He went, oh no. Oh boy, that was close. Whew. Well, okay. So tight end did not work out for me with this team. I didn't even notice that AJ Barner went at the turn that last time. I should have taken Hawkinson or Juwan Johnson. I was thinking in my mind that Barner would have made it back around to me. I was so wrong. That was a big miss from not paying attention that last go around. That's going to really hurt this team. I wonder if I need to do let's see. Man, I don't think I can do a 4 tight end build. I think that this is just an ultra push tight end. Let's go with the next biggest upside one right now and go ahead and grab with Njoku. And then maybe do one more wide receiver with one of the Seattle guys, and then add. I guess with Pitts and Njoku, I can live with that, and then whoever else I add in, I think I can live with that. Zero says, I'm not a Stribling drafter, but he's probably going to be fine in real life player. But I don't draft Matt Collins either. Good point. Diggs Debo was a great spot for Corey. I think that Stribling is going to be a fascinating debate all summer. can't wait to see how that goes. Again, I think people are going to be extreme on one side or the other. And yeah, Corey's team's coming together real nice, like you said, with getting the Diggs, Hawkinson, Debo, Tua, Katron Allen. Yeah. Very nice, cool Smurfer. So now that you've got the 6, let's see how you finish it out. 2682, 2772. Yeah, going to be real interested to see. But you've done a great job filling in this running back room. Big fan of this team. It's come together nicely. Don't you love when a good plan comes together? Okay. I see Treylon Burks in your future. I don't think so. Not today. I've taken him once. I think that one time may have been enough. I regretted it right after I clicked it. I was like, what am I doing taking Treylon Burks? I think that was on one of our earlier streams. All right. Cool Smurfer, back to you. It's a nice Calvin Ridley fall. Calvin Ridley and Tank Dell both still there here. It's almost it's a 20 pick Calvin Ridley fall. Tank Dell it is. I regretted my one Dimey stack too. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably best just to stay away from those guys. So Corey got Kamara. That's his 5th running back. He's on his way towards a 3.573. Freiermuth and Tonjes just went. Well, I guess I'm just going to take the Calvin Ridley fall here and go instead of one of the Seattle guys like I talked about. Just take the Calvin Ridley fall. And yeah, Jaden and Sammy D. So I've got a 2.672. Man, can Pitson and Joku be it? I don't think so. I think I've got to take another one. Corey says if this was 2021, his team would be loaded. You ain't kidding. All right, now what tight end to take a gamble on here at the end? Ferguson, Gesicki, Dulcich, Parkinson, Theo Johnson, Evan Ingram. I mean, I kind of think that maybe Dulcich is my best play here. Ingram, Colby Parkinson, Theo Johnson. I mean, none of them are going to matter for stack purposes. Do I want to go Dulcich? I guess so. Let's do it. Duke says Parkinson. I looked and saw it too late. Zero says Cole Kmet. I wish I would have seen either of those suggestions. Honestly, I would have gone either of them over Dulcich. I really don't love any of these tight ends down here. I appreciate both those suggestions. I'm going to keep them in mind for later. I've not even thought about Cole Kmet, Zero, but if he gets traded, honestly, I love Cole Kmet. And if he were to be on another team, it's just, in my mind, he's just, of course, just been destroyed. I'm seeing him way down there. But, yeah, they could trade him after drafting that Roush guy. Zero says he's a big Meyer guy, too. Michael Mayer. I said Meyer, Michael Mayer. So, yeah, Michael Mayer, I have drafted very little. But, I mean, you never know. He was a big prospect. All right. Well, we're almost done with this draft. This was a fun one. And this closes out the mini golden for me. I really appreciate all you guys being on here with us. Cool Smurfer, Zero, Duke, everyone who is in the chat. It's been a super fun draft. I have 10%. No regrets, buddy. Okay, let's take a review of our teams real quick here, and then we're going to call it a day. And I may see some of the rest of you guys in some draft rooms. I'm going to go probably knock out my last two of the, what's it again? The Dachshund. today. Okay, let's move over here. Okay, so we'll start with Cool Smurfers team, who went with the 3-6-7-2. I know, so he added Penix in at the end. So Purdy, Shuck, and Penix to go along with the hero running back of McCaffrey, and then push it to 125 and go Aaron Jones, Tyrone Tracy, Woody Marks, Brian Robinson Jr., and Katron Allen. I really love that running back room with pushing it. And then Drake London, Pickens, Mike Evans, Jameson, Jordan Tyson, Stribling, and Tank Dell with Kraft and Laporta. Cool Smurfer, I think you've done this a time or two, haven't you, buddy? This is a really, really nice shoot for the moon, upside swing in the tournament like this, and I love that build. Corey, big fan of yours as well. Mahomes, Cam Ward, and Tua with Brees Hall, Bucky, Jalen Warren, Kenny Gainwell, and Alvin Kamara. Wide receiver room of Jason, Rice, DJ Moore, BTJ, Downs, Diggs, and Debo, Kelsey, Hawkinson, Gesicki. I mean, honestly, this is a super solid top to bottom team. Like you said, if it was 2021, this team would have been the nuts. And then my build, I went with a 2-6-7-3. My two quarterbacks being Jaden and Sammy D. I don't know if that's good enough. It's going to be or it's not. My tight ends being Pitts and Njoku and Dulcich. Again, probably not good enough. I'll be honest with you guys, I really don't love the way that this team turned out for me. I don't like it near as much as the previous two that we just drafted. But you never know. Henry, Trayvon, Swift, Rico, C-Rod, and grabbed Mike Washington. Probably didn't need that sixth running back. Again, back-to-back drafts where I took a sixth running back I probably didn't need to take. My wide receivers are pretty good. CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith, Addison, Coker. That one, I don't know. Again, I kind of wish that was Rashid Shaheed instead of Coker. Juwan Jennings, Travis Hunter, Calvin Ridley. And then I did the big mess up at tight end where I didn't take Hawkinson. It was the pick whenever I took, who was it? Let me go back to that board real quick. Who was it that I messed that up? It was the pick I took, Travis Hunter. Should not have taken Travis Hunter. That should have been another tight end. I could have easily made this pick Cooper Kupp or Torrey Horton and been fine. So I don't think this team's going to do anything. I think my team maybe it's potentially good enough to get a ticket. I doubt it's good enough to win this whole thing, though. Highly doubt it. But had a great time drafting with you guys. That was super fun. Cool Smurfer shoot for the moon, but ended up on Pluto with all that upside. You ain't kidding. He sure did. I think Cool Smurfer's team is really nice. Is there 20K at Pluto? Elijah Arroyo, great. You know what? That's a good point. You also said Waller. I don't know about Waller just because I'm too afraid of him just not playing. But Elijah Arroyo with that team probably would have made a good pick there at the end too. Again, I wasn't even thinking about that because I pretty much put him out of my mind. But when you've got Sammy D and you need a third tight end at the end, hey, that's not a bad pick. I mean, it's not like AJ Barner is proven. Did I miss anything else? I don't think so. Oh, Cool Smurfer said, thanks. I'll tip you some of the 20K. Absolutely, buddy. Well, guys, that was super fun. Thank you all so much again. Thanks for you guys in the comments. Corey, for being on with me earlier. Me and Corey will be back again really soon. So today is Wednesday. We're going to be back Friday or Saturday night drafting some more teams together. And until then, there's Corey saying thanks, guys. Until then, I'll see you in the draft rooms, and everyone keep drafting. See ya.